Hello, audience. This is Mike, Ringmaster of the Imagination Circus. I have no idea why I did this, but, alright, let's get to it. My next, shall we say, discussion slash whatever, we'll see how I label the video after I've actually edited it. This is my next talking video, just got a couple of discussion things. And this video is going to be about Rarity.
Rarity. Rarity. Rarity. Rarity. Rarity. Rarity. Rarity. Rarity. Rarity. Rarity. Rarity. Rarity. Rarity.
And specifically how the showrunners have kind of unintentionally turned her into the most beautiful mare within the main six, at least when it comes to standard forms of beauty. Ironically, by accident, even though that was something they tried to do from the very beginning. And what do I mean by this? Well, let's look at how the show started when it came to her introduction. The show introduced us to Rarity by, of course, going down the line of characters that Twilight needed to meet for the setup of the, Summer Sun celebration. Although, ironically, she didn't have to meet with Pinkie Pie, even though Pinkie Pie is a party planner.
Hello?
I mean, I guess Celestia didn't know about her, or for whatever reason, nobody decided to hire her, even though, Pinkie. I mean, I guess she could have been behind the party planning, but you'd think at least Twilight would have had to have talked to her obligatorily, but instead she met her completely by accident, the only one out of the original main six. That's weird. You know what? Headcanon, I'm just going to assume she planned the Summer Sun celebration. And move on, because again, I'm already off topic. But the point is, when we meet Rarity in that first two-parter, we're introduced to her like this. Spike is talking to Twilight, or the other way around. Then he sees Rarity, and, well...
Decorations. Beautiful. Yes, the decor's coming along nicely. This ought to be quick. I'll be at the library in no time. Beautiful indeed. Not the decor. No. Oh, goodness, no. How are my spines? Are they straight?
Yeah, this is basically how we got what is one of my banes of my existence, that stupid crush. And the crush, or at least attraction they decided to show Spike having towards Rarity, was only to showcase how beautiful she was as, a mare compared to everybody else on the show. And unfortunately, what happened was they kind of rolled with it, and from every point forward, Spike was shown to have a crush on Rarity when they interacted. Although I will say, I do like the friendship that has essentially formed from this. I'm not a fan of the crush itself, but I do like their friendship. I don't ship them. I don't like the idea of the two of them being together. And it's not for any stupid reason. I do ship Spike with somebody else, but that's a preference thing. It has nothing to do with my dislike of their ship in particular. It's just that I don't see it working. I don't see it being anything but a fling. But that's not important. What's important is that they did this to showcase Rarity's beauty. And ironically, what I think ended up happening was that throughout the series, we've seen her in more outfit changes than anything else. This was the result, again, kind of accidentally, of her being a fashion designer and fashionista and seamstress. And because of that, we've seen her in more costume changes, really, than any other character. Both Pony Rarity and Human Rarity, though let's focus on Pony Rarity because she's the one I'm talking about right now, though you could extend what I'm saying here to Human Rarity as well if you wanted to. And again, some people might disagree with me, but like I'm saying, I think this is something that just happened, that Rarity unintentionally, via the writers and more than anything, the people who cartoon and design and, animate the show itself, and whoever really just designs a lot of the stuff she ends up wearing are the ones who created this thing. And again, it's not like, I'm saying Rarity. I mean, Rarity isn't even my favorite pony. That's Pinkie Pie. And again, I find Pinkie Pie looks great too. I love her design as well. Everything from the combinations of the 2 different shades of pink, to her cutie mark, to just her many, many different expressions. But beyond that, of course, that my favorite feature for Pinkie, and the real thing that has her stand out, is the pink, poofy, curly, cotton candy hair. But that's Pinkie Pie. We're talking about Rarity and why she is probably the most attractive character among the main 6 via the simple fact that she gets more outfit changes. And what do I mean by this? Well, let's look at some of her more notable episodes that have had a focus on her. This situation and the video I'm making here for you guys in front of this camera is specifically because of something I saw in the most recent episode as I was reacting to it, and more than that, in the editing stage. I saw Rarity in this disguise. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting look, right? Well, it occurred to me, she looks good in this. Like, as far as I'm concerned, really good. And, well, I thought, okay. And then it occurred to me, well, yeah, she's probably been in more disguises or more costumes or more outfits than anybody else. And again, that makes sense with her character. But then I thought about some of her more notable look changes, such as what some, or more specifically I would call her, punk Rarity from It Ain't the Main Thing About You. And of course, one of my personal favorites, and of course, her basically cosplay of Shadow Spade from Rarity Investigates. These are just the 3 that immediately popped into my mind while I was editing my last video. There are countless others I found while setting up for this one, like, for instance, her mermaid Halloween or, Nightmare Night costume.
The beauty of Nightmare Night is that you don't have to dress up as something scary.
From Scaremaster, her pit crew outfit from The Cart Before the Ponies. Or, of course, or this time she was dressed up like Rose from Titanic.
Oh, darling, that food isn't fit for a pony of proper breeding, darling, and refinement, darling.
During what I think was Pinkie's fantasy or reimagining of the events from, pony point of view. So one of, I thought it was a good episode. But anyway, these are just some of the many outfit changes. And I think the reason that this makes her the most attractive character, at least among the main 6, is primarily because it gives her the most variety. And even just her career in general also gives the fans the ability, along with these outfits, to imagine her in any setting with any look, if they so choose, which, because the internet exists, and really this fandom only exists because of the internet, I'm gonna have to say, yeah, probably happened. But the important part is that because of this, we have the ability to imagine her in any number of scenarios. And hell, while there are certain things that all of these, looks have in common, primarily that they all look great, there's the simple fact that they all are different in personality, or at least they would be, especially depending if you have this Rose outfit. Interestingly enough, Pinkie was the one who thought it up, but you know what, if anything, if we have a character imagining her dressing well in their own mind, and Pinkie was mad at Rarity at the time, so all things considered, if she can still imagine her friend dressing this good, and I don't even like Titanic as a movie, but I think Rarity looks good in this outfit, so if Pinkie can still think her friend looks this good in an outfit, then probably speaking, I'm probably that's probably proving my point. Also, any of these would conduce to different personalities. The Rose outfit itself has 2 possible personalities. The personalities of Rose herself from the movie Titanic, or the really exaggerated personality we got from Rarity in Pinkie's weird Rashomon-style fantasy. So the whole point here is that you can imagine Rarity in any setting, more than any character. Like, when it comes to, like, imagining, you know, the other characters in other ways, we've had far less opportunity. There have been a few cases, like these for Pinkie Pie, or these for Fluttershy, or these for Twilight. And again, like, you know, or even something like this thing, which, to be fair, you wouldn't expect it, but I mean, I guess it makes sense. Even Applejack does look good in that dress. She should gussy up more often. I mean, it's, as she pointed out.
That gown looks just gorgeous on you. I wish I hadn't ruined it.
Thanks. It's nice, ain't it?
It's magnificent. Wherever did you get it?
Oh, it's, one of yours.
Here. But damn if it don't look good on her. So my point is that it's easier to imagine Rarity in a different setting because of these many different outfit changes, along with many others the show has presented. And again, her more than any other character goes through different looks. And essentially, I think this means that we get a variety of versions of Rarity to play around with, in the sense that with our many fandom works, like fan fiction, fan art, fan vids, whatever. The point is, we do things like this because we feel passionate. Hell, I'm sitting here talking to you about this very topic because I felt passionate enough that I wanted to give my thoughts to you all to mull over. So yeah, you know, even if she's not my favorite pony, though she is third best as far as I'm concerned, don't be hating. We all got our own opinion. But the fact of the matter is, she is, in fact, probably the most attractive. And you know what? I'm okay with that. Because just because she's the most objectively attractive doesn't mean she's the most, you know, subjectively attractive. Because let's be honest, I like Rarity. She does pull off a look better than most. But the fact is, just because you're attractive doesn't mean you're going to be attractive to somebody. Like I said, Pinkie's my waifu, my favorite pony, and just all around best mare as far as I'm concerned, for a reason. Because she fits my tastes, and someone else might fit yours, but these are my facts, my opinions, and you don't have to agree with me in any case, because this is all just my thoughts that I wanted to share with you. So please give me your thoughts as well in the comments. I'm genuinely curious what you guys think about this subject matter, what you might think of this opinion, the evidence, however little I actually presented. But yeah, what do you guys think? Am I right? Do I need to, you know, give it a little bit more thought? Could I have shown more evidence? Whatever. And, you know, please come back for more. I'm trying to do more stuff like this. I want to, like, you know, outside of just being entertaining, which is why I make videos in the first place, want to share my thoughts and my feelings with you and everybody else in this wonderful, wonderful fandom. So, as always, this is Mike, Ringmaster of the Imagination Circus, and, yeah, please come back for more.
I never considered that. Never fear.